Building cars takes a whole lot of time and money, and we've done a whole video explaining how much money we've spent on this car, but we have not explained how much time we've spent on this car. So today we've got a giant list right here. We're going to go through all of the different jobs that we did on this car to get it complete and talk about just how much time it takes to actually build a car just like this. Let's do it. Just a quick side note, please go to our website, slightlyMADcustoms.com. Buy our little card game. It's made just for car enthusiasts. It is so much fun to play. Support us. Thank you. Goodbye. All right, so I've got the whole list right here broken into some larger categories, and then later on in the video we'll add all the big categories together to make a grand total that'll probably make me very sad. Now, starting off, we've got pick up the coupe shell, 3 hours, strip down the coupe shell, 5 hours. I had bought a parts car for this project that we also stripped down, 5 hours. Test fit the LS, custom engine mounts and trans mounts, degreeing the drivetrain, making sure it's all nice and straight in the engine bay, 16 hours of work. I pulled out the differential, we restored it, installed some stronger mounts, painted it all nice and pretty, 6 hours. Pull the rear subframe, install new bushings, reassemble, degree the differential, 8 hours of work. Pulled the front subframe, reinforced it for the new engine arms, painted it, 4 hours of work. Install offset control arm bushings, 2 hours. Install E36 steering rack, adapt the steering shaft, 4 hours of work. Install the coilovers, weld them in the front, throw them in the back, and then just adjust them, make sure everything's looking nice and level. 4 hours of work, and then test fit the wheels and tires, about an hour. All of that stuff is about 58 hours of work. And now we'll move on to body. So body is obviously going to be a whole lot of time because that's all body really is, just spending time sanding panels, making sure they're all nice and straight. And let's just jump right into it. So strip paint from the engine bay. This was absolutely terrible to do. It was just like spraying paint stripper everywhere and like cleaning out all the little cracks and crevices. 12 hours of work for that guy. Metal work on the engine bay shave, we have 80 hours of work. This was so much time. It was replacing the whole firewall, deleting the battery tray on the passenger side, filling all the holes, like smoothing out all the tabs and everything. So much welding, so much grinding, 80 hours of work. Strip paint off the body, 16 hours, just a whole lot of sanding. Rust repair, 20 hours. There was kind of rust in just like every wheel well, so just a lot of terrible rust grinding and welding. Spare tire weld delete, 4 hours of work. Modifying the MTech 2 body kit to fit on the early model car, 16 hours because we needed to modify the rear door pods to fit the wheel arches, as well as the back bumper needed to fit the wheel arches. So it was a lot of just weird stuff. Filler work on the whole car took about 24 hours of work. Priming the car and then blocking out the entire car, 40 hours of work. Priming all the random parts and then blocking all the parts, about 12 hours. Masking, cleaning, and painting the engine bay, 7 hours. Masking, cleaning, and painting the car in the booth, about 15 hours. And then masking, cleaning, and painting all the random accessory parts in the booth, 7 hours. Last thing was undercoating in the engine bay, just kind of by the firewall and on the sides of the frame rails. Undercoating the wheel wells, about 4 hours of work. So for our bodywork section, we have 257 hours of labor. Alrighty, so once the body was painted, then it was time to start reassembly. So I have installing the body kit, it took about 7 hours. It was just a lot of weird finessery because I needed to make some custom mounts for my door pods and stuff, and you know how it goes. Installing just takes time. Custom headlights took about 4 hours. I have a whole video on that if you want to see how I did my custom headlights. Click right there for that video. Installing the glass took about 4 hours. Now I know this shouldn't take 4 hours, but this was the first time I was doing glass on an E30, and if you've done glass on an E30, you know it hurts your fingers. It takes a while. Blacking out the tail lights was about 2 hours. That was pretty easy. Blacking out the door trim, about 3 hours. And so for reassembly, I have 20 hours of work. Now for interior, I have soundproofing the interior. Took about 8 hours, just laying all the matting all through the cab. Make and install custom wiring harness for the car. This is a big one, 24 hours. It just takes a lot of time, terminating all the connectors and everything, making sure everything works in the car. Custom E36 seat mounting took about 3 hours. I just made some custom mounts. while I still had the car unfinished. Wrap front and rear seats took about 8 hours. That was pretty straightforward, but it just took a really long time. There's no way to really avoid how much time that takes. Install just the rest of the interior, the dash, the door cards, carpets, whatever. 8 hours of labor for that. The headliner I did myself, and it took me about 6 hours to do that guy. My custom dash plate, I have 5 hours written down. It was just a lot of just weird time, like cutting out the radio slot and then designing the little design for it, bringing it to the laser engravers and bringing it to the powder coaters. Just a weird little process, took a little bit more time than I kind of expected. Installing radio and speakers, I've got 5 hours for that, which brings interior assembly to 67 hours of labor. All right, so next we have everything that it took to kind of get the engine running and in the car. So first off, clean the engine. It was kind of greasy and dirty, so 6 hours for cleaning it. Rebuilding the LS3 took about 24 hours. Just, I don't know, it's just another thing that takes time, pulling it all apart, cleaning it, putting it all back together nicely. Install engine and trans into car, 4 hours. You know, it's always, you always think installing an engine into a car is going to go super easy, and then it never does. Installing the headers on the car took about 2 hours. The Siki headers, they're nice, but they take some finessery to get them fitting in the car properly. Make custom air intake pipe, 4 hours. For the intake pipe, I needed to cut a bunch of pie cuts, mock it all up together, weld it together, sand it down, get it powder coated. Got 4 hours of labor for that guy. Wire up the engine and mount the ECU, 5 hours. Just takes time. Run the brake lines, 4 hours of labor, pretty straightforward. Making some custom power steering lines, 3 hours. And I feel like to actually make the power steering lines took like 20 minutes, but just, you know, measuring it out, figuring out what size of fittings I needed, researching it, and then running to the parts store, grabbing all the stuff. I've got 3 hours. Running the clutch lines, 2 hours. This is the ones down to the slave, but also running from the reservoir to the clutch pedal. Making a custom shifter, 3 hours of labor for that, pretty easy peasy. Making rad hoses, mounting the rad, and installing the cooling fan, about 4 hours of labor. Installing the drive shaft, 1 hour, which is actually kind of a long time to install a drive shaft, but it's kind of tricky to install. Fill engine fluids and the first start, it's about 2 hours of labor. Bring to the exhaust shop to get the exhaust done on it. It's about 2 hours to bring it down there, go pick it back up. And then test driving, I have 5 hours written down. But you could really test, I mean, every time I drive it's really a test drive, but at least 5 hours of like being extremely concerned that everything was gonna break at the car at any minute. So all of that stuff, cleaning the engine all the way to getting it running and driving, I have 71 hours of labor. All right, the last two things I do want to mention is research time. It's something that's kind of often overlooked, but it is something that's necessary for every single build. I have 20 hours of research time written down. It's hard to estimate it because, you know, there's lots of times when I'm just like laying awake at night. I'm also thinking about the car, what am I gonna do? So it's hard to really put a number on that. I think 20 hours is a safe bet for just all of the time spent online figuring out how I'm gonna put this car together. The other thing I have is random pickups, running to the store for parts, just all that weird back and forth, maybe buying stuff used, like meeting up with people. I have 8 hours for that. Just another thing, hard to gauge the real time on it, but just wanted to note that that is certainly an aspect of building a car. So all of these categories together bring the grand total to 501 hours spent on building my E30. Holy that's a lot of time. But do I regret it? Absolutely not. When I look at all the time I've spent on the car, I don't think of it as just work that needed to get done. It was a super fun pastime, a huge learning experience, and I got to have a lot of fun with my friend building a car that I just absolutely love. Anyways, guys, we will see you next Thursday for another video. Thanks for watching.